Hello everybody, my name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Persona 5 Tactica. Last time, we went on a mission over to a local garrison of the Eisen Squad, and it was a two-pronged attack. Futaba, Morgana, Toshiro, and Yuki all went through the back and were like sneaking around, while everyone else went in disguised as samurai and geishas. And we were able to somehow, sneakily, and however you want to say it, we somehow convinced the Eisen Squad to tell us where they were keeping everyone. And the secondary group, the Infiltration Squad, managed to sneak in and save everyone just in time for us to go wild and start beating up all the Eisen Squad because they were hurting civilians. So yeah, in typical us style, definitely beating up on some bad guys. But as we were running out from there, trying to get away and get back to safety, we got paid a visit by Yoshiki, who revealed himself to be Toshiro's father. He was trying to make Toshiro give him something that apparently Toshiro took. No idea what that is just yet. But I suppose we'll get up to that again whenever we next meet Yoshiki, because he did take off without fighting us, and we managed to sneak back home. But that's about where we ended off last time. We had just made it back, and we had some new talks and new story missions to do. So I think we're just gonna jump straight into it. So let's go. What is this new talk? Post-banquet. The operation was a huge success, but I never would have guessed we'd run straight into Yoshiki.
Oh?
Hey, where's Toshiro? He went off on his own to think about things. Can't say I blame him. That raging weirdo turning out to be his father. No way he could just immediately accept that.
Still,
We should let him be for now, though we'll need to ask about the details later.
Excuse me.
Now that I've had the opportunity to see you up close, I can see all of you really are quite skilled. My long-held hope to take down Yoshiki has never felt more real. Maybe we could handle things a little smarter, though. It was a complete frenzy at the end.
What about...
Still, I'm glad it all turned out well. I wish I could have seen everyone's acting. How did things go with you? Well, it's all thanks to a heck of a performance by On. Pretending to be drunk, because her regular acting's not that great.
right.
Her depiction of heavy drunkenness was a sight to behold. It was so authentic I broke into a cold sweat. Oh, stop. All this praise is going to make me blush. Actually, Lady On, I think they're being sarcastic. How'd your group do? Seems like it'd be tough getting out of trouble in those outfits. Oh yeah, we did get the choice to go with the geishas or the Eisen Squad disguises. We went with the ones in Eisen Squad because we were also wearing Eisen Squad, but it would have been interesting to see the other side.
well...
Oh, yeah, I don't quite remember everything that happened, but... It was incredible, and Miko-chan's disguise was so gorgeous. Just looking at an Eisen Squad member would make their faces turn red and their knees shake. Their faces were red because they were drunk, and I'm pretty sure they were shaking for different reasons. And now I'm really curious about what happened with them, honestly. Still, I'm relieved to hear of your success. It's nice to know that Toshiro-san has such reliable allies beside him. Are you worried about Toshiro? Excuse me, it's not that I am concerned for him. It's simply that at heart, I think Toshiro-san is a very kind person.
Yes, that's right.
He doesn't always seem the most reliable, but he certainly has the guts to do what's important when it's needed. Is that what you mean when you say he's kind? I think I might have to take a page out of his book for that one. That's right, Arina-san. And whenever Toshiro-san seems like he might stray, please be sure to guide him back.
Huh?
Oh, sure. If there's anything I can do for him, I will. Well then, everyone, thank you for your hard work, and please get some rest. Thank you, Yuki. After our break, let's sort out what's happened up until now.
We can do this.
There's a lot we've learned. It's time to get started. Party received 3 GP. I forgot to take a look at skills. I think I saw something about there being skills we could take. Wrong one. I don't know if I'll ever remember which menu I'm supposed to enter. Arden has a new skill. What can you get? The HP one. Do I mean, trying to get godlike speed would be nice, but there's still no way I can even come close to the required GP. And I can't really get anything else I would want right now, so I suppose the HP will do. Was it Arena who had the other one? I don't remember. It was on. Increased range. Do I get rid of some of On's damage, or the extra boost she gives to the party, in order to give her extra movement or extra range? A slightly smaller boost to all party members in exchange for her being a little bit better in combat proper? I think I'm fine with that. We're running into less SP problems as we go on. So sure, that'll do for now. We can always change it if we need to later. Futaba has a lot, but still not enough for anything I'm after. Like if HP... What is this? 120 nullifies a fatal attack for an ally and fully recovers HP only once. That would be nice. If the HP had a cost and I could get rid of that to get SP instead, I totally would. But for now, I guess Futaba is just going to occasionally build up to better skills. So there's all that. I don't think there's any quests, so I think it's just the next quest mission? Or the next full mission, rather. So let's continue on. This will progress the story. Is this okay? Yep, let's go.
Okay, let's go over the situation.
Wait, where's Yuki-san?
Yuki-san went out into town. She wanted to check on the people we freed.
That's slightly concerning.
She's quite kind-hearted, isn't she? We can tell her everything later.
So, Toshiro, will you tell us what's going on?
Yes.
Like, Yoshiki's your father. Can you tell us anything about that, please?
Just as he said, Yoshiki is my father. I remember everything. He is Yoshiki Kasukabe, a current member of the Diet.
Okay. So, you're in the running for the next prime minister, and your, father's already a political leader. Okay.
Huh? Your old man's a politician too?
Kasukabe. He's a Diet member who doesn't attract much attention, but he's had a long-standing career. I've heard he even has a reputation for consensus building within his party.
Yes, some people call him Buddha Kasukabe, in admiration of his serene temperament.
Hence the, green jade flying Buddha. What's the word I'm thinking of? Like, he, takes the form of a giant flying jade Buddha in this world. But, we saw that it was just a disguise, and behind it was a red monster.
On the surface, that is. My father is obsessed with political power. Not being one for the spotlight, he tended to shy away from publicity. which is why he sought to fulfill his desires by making me Prime Minister.
Okay.
When I was a child, he raised me very strictly. Not just academically. He drilled me on political etiquette and controlled my social interactions. If I failed to comply with his demands, he wouldn't hesitate to raise his hand against me. Even as a child, there were moments when I resented being born to such a family.
You couldn't rebel? That sounds horrible, friend.
My father's word was absolute. The thought of rebelling never even crossed my mind.
That's not the option I went with, but okay. I suppose it still fits that response I gave.
Moreover, I had no one else to turn to.
What about your mom? She didn't help you?
My mother was very frail. She passed away when I was little.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. To be honest, I can barely remember her.
Okay, this is fitting with some of the things he said about his arranged marriage with Marie, where it was more or less just power and money. that whole marriage was about. I'm assuming his father was behind most of all of that, and definitely trying to make sure that he could pull the strings behind the next prime minister and be all powerful, no one even knowing. Sounds like a lovely person, doesn't it?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, I eventually became a Diet member by riding on my father's coattails. Even now, I simply do what my father tells me to do. That still hasn't changed. Given my history, it's rather laughable that I could forget him.
However, there's something I still don't understand. From your father's perspective, you were always an obedient son. So, why was he so upset with you?
Yeah, what's this thing he was saying you stole?
He was so desperate to find you that he even said you were a wanted criminal.
He seemed awfully enraged about something you ran off with. What was that about?
My father actually is a criminal.
Unsurprising from what we've heard.
Following Representative Shido's downfall, my father finally decided to take action. He laid the groundwork to ensure that I would be nominated as the Prime Minister.
I don't really get this stuff, but is it really that easy to do?
Not under normal circumstances. However, my father took advantage of the political turmoil that's been going on since last year. He employed shady characters to intimidate representatives he had dirt on.
Okay, so he blackmailed most of Parliament? Okay.
He also went about wheeling and dealing a large amount of Marie's family's financial resources.
If that's true, then he's guilty of extortion, blackmail, and bribery. All criminal offenses. And you're sure of this?
I have documents he forged, voice recordings, and other hard evidence as well.
Okay, so that's what he's after. You've been collecting evidence against your own father. Well done, and keep saying you don't have a spine, but it seems like you really, really do.
I had a hunch my father rigged the election, which is why I investigated. I still have the evidence, which I secretly stole on hand.
So, all you have to do is go public with that, and he can't control you anymore.
I couldn't muster the courage to blow the whistle on him. My father's schemes were not out of the ordinary in the political world.
Doesn't mean they were right.
Ending the political confusion with steady leadership was in everyone's best interest. Is what I kept telling myself. It's truly a shameful story.
Turn over a new leaf. Be brave enough to stand up to what's wrong.
You're exactly right. not speaking up makes me equally guilty. I won't talk my way out of it.
Well, setting
Memo
that aside for
updated.
now, I think I finally get the gist.
Yoshiki Kasukabe, Toshiro's father and an incumbent Diet member, though sometimes called Buddha Kasukabe, his real nature is the polar opposite. So great was his obsession with power that he resorted to backroom criminal dealings. Toshiro has evidence of Yoshiki's crimes, but has yet to publicly indict his father. Indict? I think that word's actually pronounced indict, isn't it? I always see that and read it indict, but that's always that's wrong.
Yoshiki thinks you hid that evidence, so he's trying to get it back, right?
No. I thought so too at first, but something still doesn't make sense.
Huh?
It's very unlikely that my father knows I stole the evidence of his crimes.
So what is it he's really after?
First of all, he didn't show any signs of panic about his misdeeds potentially being exposed. Furthermore, I doubt the thought of me betraying him would have even crossed his mind.
But why is he after you then?
That's because... It might be because I thought that he knew about it. The thought of my father questioning me about the evidence I stole fills me with terror. In other words, I think he knows because that's how I perceived it to be.
So, if Toshiro's perception is reflected in Yoshiki, then that means...
Someone clue me in here?
Then that means this kingdom is born out of Toshiro's cognition.
Okay, that's where... I was sort of waiting for them to say to confirm it, but I thought that's what they were trying to get at. So basically, everything that exists here exists because that's how Toshiro sees it. And so we've all been sucked into a world made from Toshiro's imagination. Like how he saw Marie, which seems like it might be the truth, and how he sees his father, which seems like it might be the truth.
Are you saying this part of the metaverse is Toshiro's?
I believe that's the most pragmatic explanation. I should be the only one who knows I have the evidence, so it would all fit together.
Okay.
Although it could be possible that my father caught on to me in the real world. But the incident at the enemy base convinced me of my theory.
What happened?
The password.
Oh yeah, you knew what it was when Futaba couldn't figure it out.
Oh, you mean the password you used to open the hidden door?
I had almost forgotten about that. There was stuff going on with the distraction squad where they were trying to stop the bad guys from beating up some civilians. And Futaba was having trouble getting through a door, and Toshiro was able to get it open, no problem. So I suppose... yeah.
Yeah, that was close. I still can't believe that door was actually giving me serious trouble. Oh, I get it. That was when...
Oh, we're actually going to get to see it, instead of just from the other side?
How's it looking, Oracle? Can you open it?
Oh, this lock is a bit tougher than I expected. This guy is either really paranoid or a serious scaredy cat.
Hey, let's have some fun and make this guy squeal, huh?
This is getting bad. We have to stop them.
Wait, I know how you feel, but we can't...
And then, like, 3 dialogue lines later, Makoto's stepping in.
Oh no. It sounds like there's a tense situation going on over there.
Damn it, I can't crack the password. Sorry, it's gonna take me a bit longer. Come on, we just need to get past this, and then we'll be able to expose all of Yoshiki's misdeeds.
Misdeeds? Expose?
Oh, okay.
This is looking really bad. How much longer, Oracle?
Oh, I'm so close. I just gotta do something about this password.
Sorry, but I'm borrowing this for a moment.
Whoa! Hey, Pops! What are you... Huh?
I just need to input the password, right? This should do it.
Okay, this was before Toshiro even remembered that Yoshiki was his father, though. So I suppose he regained some of his memories before being...
It opened!
before fully regaining them all.
Way to go, Toshiro! You have a knack for this kind of thing, too?
No, that was just...
All right! Looks like we're all set on our end. Ball's in your court, guys.
And then a big fight broke out.
I must have been able to open the door because I perceived myself exposing my father's crimes.
Couldn't you have guessed the password because he's your father?
I mean, fair guess.
My father is a cautious man. He would frequently change the password on these kinds of devices. Isn't it a little hard to believe that something I came up with at random was the right password?
Well, that's...
I have more evidence as well.
Oh, you've been stockpiling this stuff for a while, have you?
There's also this place, LeBlanc.
This place? What about it?
I had a nagging feeling there was something familiar about LeBlanc. Then it hit me. I knew this place in the real world.
Okay.
My being the youngest candidate for Prime Minister caused some commotion. I was uncomfortable no matter where I went. I was overwhelmed every day, having to entertain visitors, meet other Diet members, and deal with the media. And one day, I stumbled upon LeBlanc in a back street. From then on, I went there to find refuge whenever I wanted to be alone.
Yeah, it's so peaceful there that you can hardly tell they do business.
That means that we've probably met him before. Or our characters have probably met him before in passing.
So you're saying LeBlanc doesn't get customers? If the chief heard that, he'd be upset.
Oh, and the coffee there is exquisite. It's possible I ran into you all there before.
Then why does this world exist? And how did you end up in it?
I wish I knew. However, if my theory turns out to be true, then it means I've dragged you all into my own problems. I'm truly sorry.
No need to apologize, man. That sort of thing doesn't bother us.
Yeah, that we've been dragged into something big time, and we're gonna have to deal with it big time, but no problem. It's not like it's the first time.
Even if it turns out we're stuck here, we'll just work something out.
Yeah, I mean, we're practically pros in metaverse combat by now.
If we can't overcome this, then perhaps we were fated to be here.
But if you haven't noticed, we don't give up easily. I mean, how can I just lay down and die when there's still so many sweets I want to try?
Good reason for fighting Mon, I suppose.
Really?
Doesn't make a difference. Don't worry about it. We'll go home together.
I see. You're all very tough, aren't you?
Yeah. We'll go home together or not at all, basically.
Well, we've been through a lot, so we're not going down without a fight. But don't sell yourself short, Toshiro.
Huh?
You discerned your father's motives and took action of your own volition. If you had kept quiet about it, then you would have remained his puppet. You couldn't overlook your father's crimes, so you wanted to make things right. Isn't that...
Oh! Accidentally pressed too early. Isn't that so?
But I didn't have the courage to.
Not at the time, right?
Be a bit slower in pressing the button so I don't accidentally skip anything again.
Think about it, Toshiro. This is the same as when you confronted Marie.
Oh yeah. This world is honestly a blessing in disguise, because it gave you a reason and a chance to properly stand up against Marie, and has given you another chance to properly stand up against your father in a way you weren't able to in the real world. So, yeah.
Just like you said, even puppets have a backbone.
Yes. You're right. Phantom Thieves, I have a favor to ask.
What is it?
You want us to do you a favor?
Yes. I'd like to make a deal with you all.
Is it a favor or a deal? Or both?
Even if this world is in my mind, I still can't manipulate it at will, right? For example, I can't just wish my way out of here.
Yeah, that would probably be difficult. First of all, changing a person's heart is not an easy feat.
They know it's their jobs.
Every time we steal someone's treasure, we're risking our lives.
In that case, there's something I have to do. I'm not going to run from my father anymore. Not even from the version of him in this world. I need to see him again and settle the score. Will you lend me a hand, Phantom Thieves? In return, I give you my word that I'll indict my father for his crimes. I'll come clean with everything. I'll free the political world from corruption and... No, I can't call this a deal. What you all would get in return is too ambiguous. I need a more tangible reward. Since you're Phantom Thieves, maybe some cash or jewels or even gold?
Not really our style.
But where would I get that kind of money? Would it even be legal? There must be something.
I think our squad is kind of just fine with seeing bad people brought to justice.
So, what should we do?
Let's help him out.
Huh?
As if we weren't going to already.
We'll fight by your side while we're here. In exchange, you'll indict your father for his crimes in the real world. That's the deal. We don't need anything else. You're the only one who can set your father straight.
Yeah, if there's a grown adult out there who lost their way, we're counting on you to fix him up for us.
I swear I'll fulfill my promise. You have my word.
Great then, once we're all home together.
Thank you, Phantom Thieves.
Then it's a deal. Oh, Yuki-san! You came back!
Yes, it seemed like you were discussing something important, so...
That leaves one thing kind of uncertain. Who is Yuki? She seemed to recognize Toshiro, and Toshiro had some sort of recognition for her. Well, we haven't gotten any pure details as to who she is. And if everything that exists in these kingdoms is based off Toshiro's cognition, then where does she come from? I suppose the same might be true for Irina too. Because she's from Marie's world, which again is probably his cognition. There are still some secrets to uncover, but it's good. We've made good leeway in that front.
Oh. I should explain things to you as well, Yuki-san. But, well, how do I put this?
It's all right. I only heard a little bit, but I was listening. Although I may not understand the finer details of your world, I know you want to win against your father, correct?
Yes.
Then it appears we have the same goal. Many people are still imprisoned in the basement of Yoshiki's castle. My only wish is to rescue them and rid the people of their suffering. So, once again, could you please lend us your strength?
leave it to us.
Thank you very much. I'll be sure to help out as well.
Thank you, Yuki.
Well, I'm sure everyone is exhausted from all that we've been through. Let's stop this talk of battle for now and take a break. I'll make some tea for everyone.
Thank you.
That sounds lovely, Yuki-san. All of you should get some rest. I'll start working on our next strategy.
You got it.
We need to act while the Eisen squad is still in disarray, so we don't have too much time to dally.
Oh, right. If you're coming up with a strategy, I'd like to explain something to you first.
All right, let's talk over there.
I think I'll have some tea and rest for a bit.
Me too. It's about time we finally took a break.
I have some good tea leaves on hand, too. I'll bring it out once it's ready.
Thank you, Yuki. So, this whole world is in Toshiro's head, and we got some things to work out. Oh, the next thing is still more talking. We love haiku. No, don't continue the story just yet. Just taking a quick look. No new quest or anything. I don't think we're going to get into any combat this time. We're already at 30 minutes and we still have talking to do. Give me just one moment, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had to go refill my water and do a couple other things real quick before continuing on. But that did give me a chance to sort of just sit here watching the screen for a moment as I was getting ready to start recording again. And it totally just dawned on me. Obviously, Haru, Morgana, and Toshiro are playing cards up front. I didn't realize what they were playing. I'm fairly certain they're playing Old Maid. I think that's what that game is called, I believe. The game where you're trying to get matches and get rid of all of your cards, but there's one card, typically called the Old Maid in some versions of it, that whenever someone runs out, if you're the last one with that, you lose. So I think that's what they're playing, based off some of the reactions, because they're only passing this one card around. Also, the cards are kind of cool and actually Persona themed, but yeah, every time they pass a card, they have a little reaction like that, like, how did I get this? And I've just been watching that for a solid minute now. But anyways, onto the actual story stuff again. I suppose we'll do the We Love Haiku before continuing on. Let's go. Late night poetry slam with Lord Yoshiki. What's this show supposed to be? A poetry slam with the words are hard. A poetry slam with Lord Yoshiki, you already said. A poetry slam, huh? It's probably that I Love Haiku show we heard about earlier. We did leave in quite a hurry, so maybe that's what he's doing now. Or he, not we. Let's take a look at the next poem, shall we? Wow, is this it? Geez, flashy much? Looks like we know where all his money is going. Let's see, next up is a poem by a Mr. Hopelessly in Love with Lord Yoshiki.
So that's how you do it.
This must be a show where haiku written by the citizens are presented on air. Oh, Lord Yoshiki, my dearest Lord Yoshiki, oh, Lord Yoshiki. My dearest Lord Yoshiki. Okay, that is 7. For a second I thought it was 8. But... My dearest Lord Yoshiki. I don't know why my brain keeps thinking that that's supposed to be 8, but it is only 7. I've counted it twice now. Oh, Lord Yoshiki, my dearest Lord Yoshiki, oh, Lord Yoshiki. How very interesting indeed. quite the haiku there.
I see you're expressing your utmost love and respect for me by continually repeating my name. Oh, how wonderful! Is that what you thought I'd say, you idiots? Do you think I'm a fool? This is nothing more than empty flattery, utterly meaningless. Love? There's no love to be found in such a poem. It doesn't even rhyme.
It's a haiku. Haikus aren't supposed to rhyme. Or not necessarily. Dang, he really is slamming their poetry. Really, Ryuji?
Oh.
At this rate, he's going to burst a blood vessel and collapse before you even fight him.
What if?
But it doesn't need to rhyme if it's a haiku. Thank you, Makoto. You think that's the problem here?
However,
Haiku have 3 lines with a 575 syllable structure. It's the art of fitting your feelings into a 17-syllable microcosm. This is an excellent opportunity for us. Let's craft poems of our own, shall we? You're up first, Ryuji. Here we go. Why me? We're the Phantom Thieves, and we're here in this kingdom. We're the Phantom Thieves. Thieves is a long word to be 1 syllable. And we're here in this kingdom. Okay, that is actually right. I was doubting it for a second. And we're here in this kingdom.
Please.
Nope, got nothing. Baton passed to you, Arden. We're the Phantom Thieves, and we're here in this kingdom to beat its ruler. The happiest place around. In red leather tights. To beat its ruler. Oh, let's go with that one. We're the Phantom Thieves, and we're here in this kingdom to beat its ruler. That was rather plain, Ryuji. He didn't even come up with the last line. Yeah, way too plain. I guess fighting's the only thing in your brain.
Hold on a sec.
Shut it! Besides, why are you picking on me? I'm not the one who slipped up.
You gotta be kidding.
Man, I can't believe you guys are all worked up because of that stupid show. But while we're talking about haiku, guess I might as well give it a shot. Here we go. Are we gonna get haikus from everyone? A true Phantom Thief will always elegantly complete the mission. I forgot to count that one, but I think it was right. Each and every day, whether sleeping or awake, my skills are unmatched. I must be a genius! Morgana is super humble.
Really?
Could somebody help me with mine? Already received 3 GP. I love these. I love that this game never takes itself too seriously and isn't afraid to throw in some very unserious moments to sort of try and make sure it's not too serious all the time. But a couple of the skills. Morgana gets a second follow-up. I was going to suggest changing out your HP for the SB and hopefully getting a little bit extra, but your HP is cheaper, so that's not going to work. But that's fine, just the extra follow-up attack. On, get some extra defense. Haru gets... what? Said I could afford a thing for you. Raise attack more for other party members. Or I do that. I think I like that better. I don't know. We are just not losing much HP. We're losing very minimal amounts that Futaba pretty regularly just heals back up. So I'm not too worried about having a lot of HP refills. Oh, I can get you the second follow-up attack now. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, I should probably put on the ambush. I should use the ambush thing at some point. She has it, I've just never used it. So there's all that. I think I'm good with all that. And the next thing is the actual mission part, which could be rather long, and looking at the time, we're probably about a good stopping point. Actually, one more thing. It's in Hideout, not I want to go to the shop real quick. I have enough to get someone their next upgrade. Haru, Makoto, Arena are the only ones missing it. And I can only afford one, so I guess I'll go with Haru's.
You have a good eye.
Haru is slow, so I want the range one.
All right, here you go.
Equip it. There we go. Can I get Haru some extra movement range? Because she desperately needs it. I forgot to look. Does Haru have any movement range in her skill tree? Movement after dashing, skill range, movement by 1 square. Okay. I think we desperately need to get Haru here. Could I give up some other stuff to make it there? I mean, I can make it there and get that. Not enough GP. This is... okay. If I gave up all of her other skills, I could get her that. And give her Sayo? Is that worth it? I mean, sure, we'll go with it. Haru getting a little bit faster to try and keep up with everyone else is really good, honestly. She's always being left behind. But anyway, this is probably a pretty good stopping point. So, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.